Yes, 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 yes. Good evening, all my South Orange Maplewood listeners, and all those other listeners in the towns of Milburn, Livingston, Irvington, West Orange, East Orange, Orange, and Newark. Welcome to In the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience, and live on the World Wide Web at somore.org. And the only radio show covering all your news, opinions, politics, talk, and sports happening in the South Orange Maplewood communities and surrounding areas. You can listen to us every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. and reach us at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626 to participate in the discussion. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting program lined up for you this evening. And I look forward to your participation in the discussion. Now, last night, I started a discussion here in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience regarding New Jersey's apartheid and intensely segregated urban schools. It's a report jointly prepared with the Civil Rights Project and UCLA. It was done by Paul Trachtenberg, Gary Orfield, and Greg Flaxman. It's the Institute on Education, Law, and Policy that's located at Rutgers University in Newark, and it's located at 111 Washington Street in Newark. And I started to discuss some of the things in this report. And then I digressed, so to speak, regarding the candidates that were running for the Board of Education 2014 school year. I think the election is in November. And I was talking about the problems that are faced in South Orange and Maplewood education system by the community of color. And just before I get to that, I want to read these quotes by Dr. Martin Luther King, because I believe it's very important for me to actually read these quotes. Because there are many who will cringe regarding some of the things that I'm going to say here tonight in the Village with Anselm and the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. And yes, you should cringe, because it's been happening too long in our community of South Orange and Maplewood. And it's about time that we hold people's foot to the fire. You know, I mean, many people know this. It says, if you're doing the same thing and expect to get different results, it's called insanity. And it seemed for too long in these two communities of South Orange and Maplewood, the people of color in this community expect to continue doing the same thing and hope and pray that we have different results. Now, if you have listened to me in the past, you know that I have mentioned these quotes over and over and over. And I have to mention these quotes as a caveat for those individuals who may cringe at some of the things I'm going to say tonight. Because, you know, there comes a time when, you know, in boxing, they put the gloves on and then they go fight. And after fight is finished, they take the gloves off I think it's about prime time in these communities of South Orange and Maplewood that the community of color take the glove off. Take the gloves off. Yeah, the time is right. The time is right. Now, there are 4 quotes that I mention over and over again. And I'm going to mention it before I get into the discussion. The first one, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Number 2, never be afraid to do what's right, especially if the well-being of a person or animals is at stake. Society's punishment are small compared to the wounds we inflict on our souls when we look the other way. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. And here is one by Mahatma Gandhi. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. And you know, I have to be honest with you. Tonight, we are going to speak some truth. Let me get directly to, let me just quote for you from the report, Powerful Evidence of an Inefficient and Unconstitutional State Education System. This is a report done by the Civil Rights Project and UCLA. The report says, segregation of Latinos is severe, but not quite as extreme. New Jersey ranked 5th in concentration of Latinos in apartheid schools. Black students in New Jersey are more than twice as likely as those in the South to attend such schools. The New Jersey records for extreme segregation have been achieved in spite of the fact that many states have far larger shares of Black and Latino students in their statewide enrollment. New Jersey is a rich and largely suburban, predominantly white state with a great deal of racial and ethnic diversity, but segregation levels that are among the nation's worst due to residential segregation. Did you hear that? Let me repeat that. New Jersey is a rich and largely suburban, predominantly white state with a great deal of racial and ethnic diversity, but segregation levels that are among the nation's worst due to residential segregation, racial differences amongst the many school districts in its larger metropolitan areas, and the lack of any offsetting desegregation policies and programs. New Jersey actually has a declining share of Black students, now 16%, but a rapidly rising share of Latino students, who have increased to 21% in the state's total. Now, when you talk about diversity, and as I've said over and over, these communities of South Orange and Maplewood tout their diversity. If you ask anyone, as a matter of fact, I like to know from some individuals, what were the reasons why you moved to South Orange and Maplewood? Just give me some of the reasons why you moved to South Orange and Maplewood. Let me know. Why did you move to South Orange and Maplewood? Now, when you look at the report, It gives you the public school enrollment in New Jersey from 1989 to 2010. In 1989 to 1990 in New Jersey, there were approximately 1,054,000 students. 66.4% were white, 18.3% were black, 4.2% were Asian, and 11.0% were Latino. In 1999 to 2000, 262,000 total enrollment. 61% were white, 17% were black, 6% were Asian, and 14.7% were Latino. In 2010-2011, 1,315,000 total enrollment. 52.2% were white, 16.3% were black, 9.1% were Asian, and 21.6% were Latino. If you look at it from 1989 to 1990, and you compare that to 2010-2011, the amount of Latino students in the public school almost doubled, while the amount of black students went down about 2% from 18.3% to 16.3%, and the white students went from 66.4% to 52.2%, almost a 12% decrease. The report goes on to say 26% of black students in New Jersey are enrolled in apartheid schools compared to 12.9% of Latino students. Over the 20 years between 1989 to 1990 and 2010 to 2011, the state share of black students in such schools actually declined modestly from 30.6% to 26%. But the portion of Latino students increased dramatically from 7.2% to 12.9%. That means currently more than 1 in 4 black students and 1 in 8 Latino students attend apartheid schools where they physically have no contact or interaction with white students. I must tell you, see level 3 and lower at Columbia High School. But New Jersey school segregation problems go far beyond apartheid schools. Another 21.4% of black students and 29.2% of Latino students attend intensely segregated schools where the percentage of minority students is 90% or more. We have also examined how many black and Latino students in New Jersey attend majority minority schools, which turns out to be almost 4 of every 5. Over the past 20 years, the share of black students in school with a majority of students of color rose from 73.9% to 78.5%. The share of Latino in majority non-white school rose from 75.1% to 77.4%. The great majority of black and Latino students are in schools that are very different from those attended by most white and most middle-class children. So, where does that lead us as far as South Orange and Maplewood is concerned? Time check. The time is approximately 8:14 p.m. When we come back, we're going to get into that. We'll be right back.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Having problems with your house? Is your mortgage upside down? Can't get a loan modification or short sale? Tenant troubles, job loss or transfer? Does your house need repairs, or maybe you're facing foreclosure? Time is not on your side. Call now and speak to one of our friendly associates. No matter the reason you have to sell, we have solutions. Operators are standing by to take your call. 800-709-1732 or visit www.7sellahome.com.
The Strollers proudly presents our 82nd season. Beginning with Comedy Tonight, a sketch comedy celebration. Our November production is the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, Clybourne Park. In January, we present our children's theater production, How the World Got Wisdom, a collection of African folk tales, songs, and dances. Our March comedy will be Funny Mirrors. Rounding out our season is the Tony Award-winning musical, Hairspray, in May. For further information, contact us at www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
This is the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. We want to hear from you at 973-327-3626 or log on to showmore.org to let us know your opinion. Go ahead and advertise on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You can reach us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to assist you. Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
I feel so blessed, y'all. This track is incredible. S1, You can feel it. I'm a blessed man. Yes, man, I'm a blessed man. Right now, I'm a blessed man. Yes, man, I'm a blessed man. No question, I'm a blessed man. Yes, man, I'm a blessed man. You can feel it, you can feel it. So much joy, It's like a dream come true, like a sneak preview of the grand finale. I get a taste of heaven, it's like milk and honey. I was blessed with love before I had money. The things I love most, you can't take from me. I hold them close, the most high in my family. I might never get fortune and fame. I'm always gonna say I've been a fortunate man. And when they ask who I am, I will stand up and say I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask where I'm at, it don't matter, I'm with you, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask why, I will point to the sky. I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah, yes man, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yes man, I'm a blessed man. We walk through the park holding hands, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm a blessed man. You're so beautiful, the words escape me, like the day I watched you give birth to our baby. You illuminate when I'm in a dark place. Bless my heart with a smile on your face. I'ma say it, my wife is hot, so it don't matter how much ice I got. I put a ring on her finger, leave it at that. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I'm at. If it wasn't for God, maybe we never would've met. But he brought us together, so there's no question we're blessed. I don't write many love songs, I'm sorry girl. The truth is I never hear beats worthy of it. But when the glove fits, I let the world know I'm married to an angel and plan to stay faithful. And when they ask who I am, I will stand up and say I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask where I'm at, it don't matter, I'm with you, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask why, I will point to the sky, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. Yes man, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yes man, I'm a blessed man. As I sit back reflecting, it's obvious that my life's been protected. I had friends get murdered, I could've been there. Friends committed suicide, I could've went there. Depression, my life could've ended. I could've took a flight on September 11. Life is fragile, we take it for granted. I'm thankful for the life I was handed. Christ stretched out his arms on the cross, offered me freedom at a tremendous cost. I can't accept the gift without repentance. I talk to God with expectancy. He said, ask for anything in the name of my son. If it's my will, then it will be done. I'm not praying for material possessions. Being close to God is the greatest blessing. And when they ask who I am, I will stand up and say I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask where I'm at, it don't matter, I'm with you, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask why, I will point to the sky, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah, yes man, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yes man, I'm a blessed man. And when they ask who I am, I will stand up and say I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask where I'm at, it don't matter, I'm with you, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah. And when they ask why, I will point to the sky, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yeah, yes man, I'm a blessed man. Yeah, yes man, I'm a blessed man. I don't got rings on the car, you know. I don't got a lot of jewelry, you know, but I'm blessed with life. I'm blessed knowing God. I'm blessed with family. Yes, man, I'm a blessed man.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/SoulMore Radio. That's facebook.com/SoulMore Radio. You can tweet us at SoulMore Radio. That's at SoulMore Radio. You can also send us your email at soulmore.org@gmail.com. That's soulmore.org@gmail.com. You can also listen to us on tunein.com. That's tunein.com. tunein.com. And when you go to tunein.com, you just type in SoulMore and you will see our logo come up. And you can save it to listen to us in the future, as well as listen to our podcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can also give us a call at our offices at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. Now tonight we are discussing the powerful evidence of an inefficient and unconstitutional state education system, New Jersey's apartheid and intensely segregated urban schools. Now, I wanted to get into a subject tonight that we need to start dealing with in these communities of South Orange and Maplewood. Now, we have two individuals of color Maureen Jones and Dr. Goodwin O. Maluku running for the Board of Education. They are among 4 other candidates: Elizabeth Baker, Donna Smith, Elisa Mills Spina, and Anthony Mazzacci. They are running for 3 seats on the Board of Education election. And you know, there are many, many issues facing the children of color in the school district of South Orange and Maplewood. I know someone asked me the question today: Anselm, why do you discuss the education system so much in the Village with Anselm? Well, I played this song for you last night, and this is a calypso. And let me play this for you again as to why I believe education is key to your future.
Education, this is the foundation. Our rising population needs sound education to be recognized anywhere you go. You gotta have your certificate to show, to enjoy any kind of happiness. Knowledge is the key to success. Children go to school and learn well. Otherwise later on in life you gon' catch real hell. Without an education in your head, your whole life will be pure misery. You're better off dead. For there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated little boy or girl. Don't allow idle companions to lead you astray. To earn tomorrow, you got to learn today.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a calypso. You may not have heard that before. But education is the key. It's the key. Now, there are some people who don't have an education, but they were very successful as being an entrepreneur. But those individuals are in the minority. Those are in the minority. Now back to the Board of Education election. And my question is this. Are we, or is Maureen Jones and Dr. Goodwin Maluku address the issues facing kids of color in this community? Because many times in the past we have had individuals of color elected to the Board of Education, and as soon as they get there, you hear zero about the problems faced by kids of color in the community. Somebody has to raise it, and the time is now. The time has come that we hold these people who are running accountable. The time is right. Because we cannot continue to go down the same road and expect to get different results. So, for Mrs. Maureen Jones and Dr. Goodwin Maluku, are you all going to address the leveling issue at Columbia High School, where we have predominantly kids of color in the lower level? Are you going to address the honors classes that are predominantly white? Are you going to address the AP classes that are predominantly white? Are you going to address the gifted and talented program that is predominantly white? Are you going to address what I knew as Project Ahead for the slow kids, that's predominantly kids of color? Are you going to address, when you look at the NJ Acts and you look at advanced proficient, proficient and partially proficient, that the kids of color are predominantly partially proficient? Are you guys going to address those issues? Or are you going to continue to evade those issues? Plain talk, bad manners. It's about time that we hold people of color who are running accountable for the problems that's going on in the school system. And if you're going to be elected to the Board of Education, you should stand up and make a difference. The time is right. If not now, when? That's the question. If not now, when are we going to hold them accountable? Too long, too long. Or we got members of the Board of on the Board of Education now who are individuals of color. We do. I really don't know what Mrs. Stephanie Lawson Mohammed, am I understanding that she's a budget person? Oh, no, okay. If she's a budget person, well, what does that mean? Does that mean there are still not all the kids of color in the lower levels at Columbia High School? Has they ever addressed that issue at the Board of Education meeting? Hey, don't forget, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And for too long in this community, for too long, we have been silent. And you know what? For tonight, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to go for a break tonight. Time check. The time is approximately 8:30 p.m. That time check is brought to you by All Star Motors, providing you with services you can trust. They provide you with ASC certified mechanics, New Jersey State inspection facilities, used car sale, authorized police towing, and emission repair facilities. You can call them at 973-762-8771. That's 973-762-8771.
You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
So, as we continue, are we going to continue along the line where we have these candidates running? Now, the other candidates, they can do as they please. They don't have to address those issues. It's the truth. They don't have to, because they're going to get their votes anyway. And I can tell you, if Maureen Jones and Dr. Goodwin Moloku does it right and address the issues, they can get just as much votes or even more. But they're going to get up there and they're going to do like many of the other candidates. Many of the other candidates. You see, because in this community of South Orange and Maplewood, we tout diversity. Over and over, oh, how come we are so diverse? We are one of the most diverse communities in Essex County. Yeah, we are diverse. Most of the white people live in the western section, and most of the black people live in the eastern section. That's what's considered to be diversity in South Orange and Maplewood. Plain talk, bad manners. Oh, I know you guys are going to be upset with that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And sometimes you got to talk the truth. I mean, think about it. You remember when they were going to have redistricting in South Orange and Maplewood? And they wanted to pair Tuscan Elementary School with Seth Boyden? Oh, there was a big uproar in this community. A big uproar. People didn't want to cross Springfield Avenue because there was too much traffic. They didn't want to go to the Quick Check because the Quick Check was selling drugs. Marilyn Davenport came in, made Seth Boyden a demonstration school, and all of a sudden, overnight, The traffic went away on Springfield Avenue. And all the drug people that were in Quick Check went away. An illusion. It just disappeared. You know an illusion? Illusion. You see things that are not there. It just disappeared. And everybody now wanted to send their kids to Seth Boyden because it's a demonstration school. Academics. It's the truth. Because I was involved with that. And I was in the space committee at that time with the redistricting in these communities of South Orange and Maplewood. So we have all these candidates, the candidates of color. I'm addressing the candidates of color. Yes, I am. Running for the Board of Education election. But they failed to address the issues facing our kids of color in the school system. And listen, the Community Coalition on Race, they don't get a pass. They don't get a pass because they have an education committee. And it seems to me that the Community Coalition on Race should just drop the race part of the Community Coalition on Race. It should just be the Community Coalition. Drop the race. How could you be a Community Coalition on Race and for years in this community you have, listen, the report said it. I didn't make it up. The report said it. New Jersey's apartheid and intensely segregated urban schools. Could we consider Columbia High School to be an apartheid school? Maybe. When you look at the levels, level 3 and lower is predominantly kids of color. Honors and higher is predominantly white kids. Now, I didn't make that up. Look at the NJ Ask. In math, in language arts, partially proficient, predominantly kids of color. So I guess the Civil Rights Project and UCLA is on to something that we may have known about, and I'm hoping that the persons of color who are running for the Board of Education knows about it. And if they don't, go to somore.org. Under featured events, the first article is that report. Read that report. How long are we going to continue along the same road over and over and over again? Over and over. And you got people saying, oh, I love South Orange and Maplewood for all the diversity. Or what about diversity in the AP classes? What about diversity in the gifted and talented program? Okay. How about diversity in Project Ahead, where the kids, the permanently slow kids, are all kids of color? There's no diversity in that? It's about time, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, I brought up this point before again. And there is something going on with our psyche. Something going on. I don't know what it is, but there is something. Ted Nugent, as a matter of fact, let me pull up some of the quotes that Ted Nugent said. Ted Nugent said some of the most vile and racist things you can ever hear. So he was playing at the Wellmont Theater in Montclair. And the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience covered the event live. And I was shocked and amazed that I would say there were maybe 150 protesters there at the march. 150 protesters. And I kid you not, less than 10% were persons of color. And right away that struck me as, here we have Ted Nugent, who have made some of the most repugnant statements, some of the most repugnant racist statements. And all we can get is less than 10% of 150 people. And here's what he said about Trayvon Martin. He said, deceased Florida teenager Trayvon Martin was a dope-smoking, racist, gangster wannabe. That's what he said. And this is what he said on the African American community. He claimed that the African Americans can fix, in quotes, the black problem if they just put their heart and soul into being honest, law-abiding, and delivering excellence at every move in their life. And more, that's not just it, more on the African American community. Nugent wrote that his claim Trayvon Martin was a violent person was evidence of the same mindless tendency to violence we see in black communities across America. There's more. There's more. He said, civil rights leaders Jackson and Shampton speak in Ebonic mumbo jumbo. In a column for the Bertha website, WND, Nugent claimed that if a Republican president had the same drone policy as the Obama administration, Jesse Jackson and Al Not-So-Shampton will be lip-syncing their Ebonic mumbo-jumbo that the policy and the president are racist and bigoted. This is Ted Nugent. This is Ted Nugent. He didn't even stop there. He said African American rappers appearing on MTV are, in quotes, big, uneducated, greasy black mongrels, close quotes. This is Ted Nugent. And you go to a protest of over 150 people and less than 10% is people of color. So who's doing the bidding for us? Who's doing the bidding? And we get back to the Board of Education election. What is the stand that Maureen Jones and Dr. Goodwin Maluku is going to take regarding the problems facing kids of color in this community? And Steve Latz, you don't get a pass either, Steve Latz. You don't get a pass. I didn't forget you last year, Steve Latz. I didn't forget you. I didn't forget you when you refused to have your white candidates come and do an interview on the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience. Now that you have a black candidate, I want to see what is going to be her platform, Steve Latz. You the campaign manager. Yeah, guys, the gloves are off. I'm telling you guys like it is. The gloves are off. No longer are we going to continue in this school, in this district of South Orange and Maplewood with the things that are happening in this school system. And I get you not. I don't have a kid in the school system. But as I said in the past, education is the most important thing. If I didn't get an education, where would I have been today? Where would I have been? And dumping all those kids in the lower levels And then we in this community jump up and pat our chests that yes, this is a wonderful community. Oh, it's fantastic. I agree, it's a fantastic community. But is it a fantastic community for all those kids of color that can't get into the gifted and talented program? All those kids of color that can't get into AP classes? All those kids of color that are in Project Ahead? And it goes on and on and on. The report says it. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. Too long, ladies and gentlemen, too long. How long are we going to continue to take the same thing over and over? Same thing. Time check. The time is approximately 8:45 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Semper Alexander Computer Consultants, where they implement cost-effective solutions to fulfill your business need. Semper Alexander for all your computer needs. You can call them at 973-763-2011. That's 973-763-2011. Coming up, you want to definitely stay tuned to what we are going to speak about next. We'll be right back.
The Strollers proudly presents our 82nd season, beginning with Comedy Tonight, a sketch comedy celebration. Our November production is the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, Clybourne Park. In January, we present our children's theater production, How the World Got Wisdom, a collection of African folktales, songs, and dances. Our March comedy will be Fuddy Mears. Rounding out our season is the Tony Award-winning musical, Hairspray, in May. For further information, contact us at www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
Having problems with your house? Is your mortgage upside down? Can't get a loan modification or short sale? Tenant troubles, job loss, or transfer? Does your house need repairs, or maybe you're facing foreclosure? Time is not on your side. Call now and speak to one of our friendly associates. No matter the reason you have to sell, we have solutions. Operators are standing by to take your call. 800-709-1732 or visit www.7sellahome.com.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8-times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Get into the discussion at 973-327-3626. This is the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. We want to hear your opinion. You can log on to showmore.org or give us a call at 973-327-3626. For community news, sports, and opinions, call us at 973-327-3626 or log on to showmore.org. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Do you want to advertise on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience? You can reach us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to assist you. Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
That one day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Segregated schools were and are inferior schools. We still haven't fixed them 50 years after Brown versus Board of Education. And the inferior education they provided, then and now, helps explain the pervasive achievement gap between today's black and white students.
I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream for this.
When we take those tests, even when black and Latino students score at the top of the distribution, so even when black and Latino students do very well using the biased and absurd indicators that we use in this country, they're still 40% less likely to be put into an advanced placement class or an honors class in high school than white students who scored in the middle of the distribution. So you have average white students, according to this criteria, and of course the criteria is bogus, but understand it's the one we use. Using this criteria, white students who are merely average are still more likely to have advanced or accelerated classes once they get to high school. Now, what does that mean? It means that those students are going to get more prepared for the SAT, right? They're going to get more prepared for the ACT. They're going to take the test and they're going to do better. And we're going to act shocked when people of color do worse on a test that they were systemically excluded from preparing for, as if that is a surprise. I mean, black and Latino students of whatever socioeconomic status, 2.5 times more likely than whites to be put into remedial classes, where they're not going to receive the same instruction, they're not going to have the same coursework, they're not going to be challenged in the same way, right? And so we then act surprised when in 11th grade they take the SAT, the ACT, they don't do as well, and then our society says, what? Well, now you're not capable of going on to college, or at least not that college, because you're not as smart as somebody else over here. The fact that the structure of the educational system guaranteed that you would not do as well, virtually assured it, is something we don't want to talk about. But that's the systemic issue.
To me, our achievement gap is largely a function of institutional racism. It's largely a function of how we do education. The overassignment of students of color to special education, that's institutional racism. It's built into the system. Institutional racism is where there's a set of assumptions, behaviors, procedures, ways of doing things that are just commonly accepted that everybody kind of participates in, but they have these inequitable results by race. Overassignment of students to special ed, students of color to special ed. Overassignment of your least experienced, least trained, least educated, most alternatively educated teachers to the kids, to students of color. If you look at a district that's very racially diverse and has middle class, lower class, all of your most experienced, most educated, best teachers will be in the middle class white schools, and the greater percentage of your least experienced new teachers, particularly brand new teachers, least educated, most alternatively certified will be in your low-income schools, particularly students of color. And that's national, and it's accepted. That's institutional racism. Overassignment of kids of color to buildings that are the worst buildings, have the worst supplies, have the worst equipment or the least equipment. Underassignment of kids of color to gifted class. All the experts say gifted is equally distributed across all populations. So if I go into a gifted class in a diverse school, I ought to see the same proportions of kids in the gifted as I see in the low track. But 90% of the schools you go into, if you go to a low track school in a diverse school, it'll be kids of color, low income in the low track, and in the high track will be white middle class kids.
Now, that's teaching tolerance. We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm and the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Now, here is an organization called Teaching Tolerance. And they're the organization that's responsible for what's called Mix It Up Day, where they take a day and in the cafeteria of schools across the country, they tell kids to move out of your group, move out of your comfort zone, and go sit with people of other different races. And they are telling you, it is so sad. And I know it hasn't changed. When my son attended Columbia High School, and people know this. They know that this is the truth. When you go into Columbia High School, you could tell the classes that are level 4 and above. You could tell an AP class. You could tell an honors class. Even if you go into elementary school, you can know a class that's gifted and talented. You can know it. You can just look into the window. You don't even have to go into the class. And you can make let's just say you can make an educated guess that class is a level 4 or higher, or that class is a level 3 or lower. You could. And I got to tell you something. There are some of us who sometimes don't even know what levels our kids are in. And that is sad. That is very sad. You must know. It is incumbent as you as a parent that you must know what level your son or daughter is in. And I want to digress a little bit here. And, many people in this community go to Maplewood Online to talk about many different subjects. And of course, there's an area for education as well. And I'll be honest with you, I perused the education area, the message board, to see what's going on, what people are talking about. What are they talking about? As a matter of fact, let's go to Maplewood Online and just see some of the things that people in this community are talking about on Maplewood Online. Because we got to be honest. A lot of people go to Maplewood Online. It's okay. I could talk about Maplewood Online. It's not a big deal. Okay, I'll just give you some of the quick headlines. New principal at Jefferson School. Not bad. Does anyone know if the first day of school coming up in South Orange or Maplewood is a half day, K through 8? Major changes in the SAT announced by College Board. Okay. Exception to kindergarten cutoff. School supplies list. Who is Campbell Brown and why is she up in my grill giving me? All right. Board of Education election 2014. Of course, that's my friend Michael Goldberg. Hey, Michael, a pleasant So much shout out to you, my friend. Summer reading assignment. Mind-blowing New York Times article on teaching math and teaching. New standardized test next year. Some takes on education writing focus on standardized tests. Host a foreign student. Middle school math placement. Please help. Tuscan school supplies kits. Are they worth it? Can anyone here recommend a good middle school close to South Orange and Maplewood? Wall Street Journal on Osborne and the pay cap. Maplewood Middle Summer Math Assignment. How does South Orange Maplewood School District rate? Security concerns in our school. And it goes on and on and on. And you know, it's funny. I have not seen one post here, one post yet about the Common Core. Not one. And they don't talk about leveling, and they don't talk about levels and this on Maplewood Online, because that doesn't affect this group of people. They don't speak about that. You know, so this is some of the things that we are facing in this community, and we can do it all together. Yes, we can. We can do it all together. We can make a difference in this community of us, in this community of ours, for all of us, each and every one of us. You know, there was a gentleman by the name of Audrey Lorde. He said, "It's not our differences that divide us. It's our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences." Let me repeat that. It is not our differences that divide us. It's our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. Let's celebrate those differences. Let's truly celebrate those differences in South Orange and Maplewood. Not lip service. When we talk about diversity, you know, it appears to be lip service. Time check. The time is approximately 9 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Nokia Home Improvements for all your general construction and remodeling job. Nokia Home Improvements. No job is too small. You can call them at 973-592-8493. That's 973-592-8493. When we come back, more.
Having problems with your house? Is your mortgage upside down? Can't get a loan modification or short sale? Tenant troubles, job loss or transfer? Does your house need repairs, or maybe you're facing foreclosure? Time is not on your side. Call now and speak to one of our friendly associates. No matter the reason you have to sell, we have solutions. Operators are standing by to take your call. 800-709-1732 or visit www.7sellahome.com.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
The Strollers proudly presents our 82nd season, beginning with Comedy Tonight, a sketch comedy celebration. Our November production is the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, Clybourne Park. In January, we present our children's theater production, How the World Got Wisdom, a collection of African folk tales, songs, and dances. Our March comedy will be Fuddy Mears. Rounding out our season is the Tony Award-winning musical, Hairspray, in May. For further information, contact us at www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
For community news, sports, and opinions, call us at 973-327-3626 or log on to SoMore.org. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You are listening to In the Village with Anselm on South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626 or log on to SoMore.org. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
Or excessive grouping has persisted for a very long time for a number of reasons. One is that I think many teachers just see it as convenient. You know, if you have a group of kids who are not so far apart from each other, they think that it's easier to teach. I think in many cases there's pressure from the parents or advocates of the high-achieving children who are often in favor of having children who are high-achieving be separate from others. But I think that there's kind of a well-meaning belief that instruction should be as targeted to each individual child's needs as possible, and I think many people then take the next step to imagining that the only way to do that is to have children physically separated from each other, either within class or into separate classes. I think that students shouldn't be separated for long periods of time in any case, and that if you had a grouping plan that you were using that caused children to be separated by performance, and that it so happened in that school that separating children by performance also separated them by ethnicity or language background or what have you, it would give you a very strong message that this is not a good thing to do. I think, you know, we have many goals in education, many objectives, and certainly a sense of being one student body and ultimately one community and one nation is a primary goal in education, along with many others. And if you were using a grouping plan for an instructional reason, it had better have a very strong rationale and be used in a very limited way if it has the effect of separating children by ethnicity or race or language background.
So in schools, for example, the lower expectations that students of color and white students commonly, the students of color and low-income students and language minority students commonly run into are a form of institutional racism. Tracking structures, and then the whole tracking special education continuum, so you have special education all the way up to, you know, college prep and GATE, gifted and talented, in which white students are disproportionately in the upper level groups, as are affluent students, and students of color and students from low income communities are disproportionately in the lower level groups, that are then given instruction that takes them to very different futures.
You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/SoMore Radio. That's facebook.com/SoMore Radio. You can tweet us at SoMore Radio. That's at SoMore Radio. You can also send us your email at somore.org@gmail.com. That's somore.org@gmail.com. You can also call our offices at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we move forward, of course, we ask you to submit your SoMore quotes of the day, and we read you the best quote right here in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. And here's the SoMore quote of the day. To love is nothing. To be loved is something. But to love and be loved, that's everything. Let me repeat that. To love is something. To love is nothing. To be loved is something. But to love and be loved, that's everything. And that is the SoMore quote of the day. Now, I remember some time ago when there were some problems in South Orange and Maplewood regarding steering. And many realtors who sold houses in South Orange and Maplewood will steer black people into the eastern section of Maplewood and steer others into the western section of Maplewood. That happened. So the Community Coalition on Race hired a gentleman out of Philadelphia. He worked, it was called the Open House, I think. And I'm going to remember his name. I forgot his name, but I'm going to remember his name. And he came in as a consultant with the Community Coalition on Race. And one of the things he suggested was to send out pairs of house buyers. So what he would do is he will send out a white couple and he will send out a black couple. And they will have the same type of salary, looking for the same type of house, almost everything similar, and sell them to different real estate agents or real estate houses across South Orange and Maplewood. I mean, some were in South Orange and Maplewood, some were outside of South Orange and Maplewood. And it was almost academic that the realtors took the black couples into the eastern section of Maplewood and they took the white couples into the western section of Maplewood. And that was part of the problem we have, where the eastern section of Maplewood and South Orange became predominantly black. It's the truth. I was on the Community Coalition Race as a vice chairman. So, after we collected all the statistics, we called in the realtors and we showed them. And we said, listen, this has to stop. You cannot continue to steer certain people into certain sections of South Orange and Maplewood and steer others into other sections. It has to stop. With the mountain of evidence on the table, the realtors had no choice but to stop steering in South Orange and Maplewood. And you can say today that, and I can say this confidently, that I don't believe there is much of any steering going on in South Orange and Maplewood by the realtors who sell houses in South Orange and Maplewood. I really believe that. And the Community Coalition played a major role in that, in getting that accomplished. They played a very, very significant role in that. And now today, things are somewhat different. We don't have a lot of staring anymore in South Orange and Maplewood. So, you know, in the Village with Anselm and the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience, we like to give people applause for when they do good things. So, for that excellent job that was done by the Community Coalition and raised from Pret Fafetta, Nancy Gagnier, and so on and so forth, take a round of applause. Time check. The time is approximately 9:15 p.m. We're going to go for a short break, and we'll be right back.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Traveler, experts at cruises that do not require U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Having problems with your house? Is your mortgage upside down? Can't get a loan modification or short sale? Tenant troubles, job loss or transfer? Does your house need repairs, or maybe you're facing foreclosure? Time is not on your side. Call now and speak to one of our friendly associates. No matter the reason you have to sell, we have solutions. Operators are standing by to take your call. 800-709-1732 or visit www.7sellahome.com.
The Strollers proudly presents our 82nd season, beginning with Comedy Tonight, a sketch comedy celebration. Our November production is the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, Clybourne Park. In January, we present our children's theater production, How the World Got Wisdom, a collection of African folktales, songs, and dances. Our March comedy will be Fuddy Mears. Rounding out our season is the Tony Award-winning musical, Hairspray, in May. For further information, contact us at www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. Of course, we always give you a special every Friday called West Wing Week. This is a summary of what happened in the White House for the past week. Now let's listen to West Wing Week.
Welcome to the West Wing Week. Your guide to everything that's happening at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and beyond. This week, the President hosted the inaugural Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders, reaffirmed America's commitment to Ukraine, and continued responding to Americans' letters, this time in Kansas City. That's July 25th to July 31st, or summer's pretty fun though, isn't it?
Excited next year? You excited about that? Summer's pretty fun though, isn't it?
The President started his West Wing Week out by inviting the presidents of Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador to the White House to discuss multilateral efforts to address illegal immigration. Then it was off to the East Room to speak to the American Legion Boys and Girls Nation, where he was serenaded ahead of his birthday and took a photo with this august group of budding American leaders.
Well, here's my buddy that wanted to say hello to you. Hello. Say hello to Lucy.
At the end of the day, the President dropped by the Vice President's office to meet the nation's oldest living female veteran, 108-year-old Lucy Coffey.
We're so proud of you and proud of your service.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ahead of next week's first ever U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit, the President hosted a town hall Q&A with 500 exceptional young Africans participating in an initiative he announced last year as part of the Young African Leaders Initiative. Now renamed the Mandela Washington Fellowship, the program helps the U.S. invest in the next generation of African leaders.
I have no doubt that you're going to leave behind for the next generation and the generation after that an Africa that is strong and vibrant and prosperous and is ascendant on the world stage.
That afternoon, the President presented 22 National Medal of Arts and National Humanities medals to honor those who've made significant contributions to the growth and support of the arts and humanities in the United States.
You should be taller.
I know.
Meanwhile, the White House had the honor of extending some special invitations to a handful of letter writers ahead of the President's upcoming visit to Kansas City.
Calling from the White House. Hey, Victor, it's Josh Earnest calling from the White House. Hi, Valerie, this is Josh Earnest calling from the White House. I'm calling to see if you have time on Tuesday night to meet the President for dinner and talk about your letter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
How would you feel about that?
Oh, my God, I would love it.
We've been reading your letter at the White House.
Why?
And, well, because it's such a good letter. In fact, I'm not the only person who thought your letter was really good. Barack Obama, the President of the United States, thought your letter was really good, and he wants to meet you. So, would you be willing to have dinner with the President on Tuesday night?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Before catching his flight to lovely Kansas City, Missouri, the President stopped by the East Room to extend his appreciation to the White House summer interns for their service and to take some questions.
How do you keep your cool as you're weathering so many different storms?
I'm from Hawaii. It's a pretty chill day.
On his way to the helicopter, the President announced new sanctions on Russia's energy, finance, and arms sectors.
And because we're closely coordinating our actions with Europe, the sanctions we're announcing today will have an even bigger bite.
Then it was time to meet those letter writers in Kansas City's famed barbecue institution,
Lotus on board,
Arthur Bryant's.
Little barbecue in Kansas City. It's a labor of love. But still,
he's a person that is a people person. And it's so nice that when you meet him or when he meets you, he makes you feel like he's known you forever.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Keep up the great work. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Proud of you. And thank you so much. Give me a hug. Don't just be playing video games and playing basketball all the time.
Amen.
How you doing? That's a cute baby right there.
Wednesday morning, the President took to the stage at the classic Uptown Theater, where he discussed what he's doing in Washington every day to fight for middle-class families, like the ones he met in Kansas City.
So some of the things we're doing without Congress are making a difference, but we could do so much more if Congress would just come on and help out a little bit. Just come on. Come on. Let's get some work done together.
Then the president spent some time north of the Missouri River in Parkville, a classic American small town with an actual main street. He stopped in at a bunch of places along that main street. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Sorry guys, but outside I want to see it. Isn't this a cool store? Cool store. When Christmas comes around? You sure you guys don't want anything? 5 refills, gentlemen? You sure?
The oatmeal raisin's really good.
Oatmeal raisin, classic. Yeah, might be too healthy for me. So I just look at this, and the fabrics are all along that wall. Now what do I do?
Then you take it home and sew it up.
Oh, I see. So what if I don't know how to do it? Can you teach me?
Sure.
I mean, not right now.
Back at the White House on Thursday, the president signed an executive order on fair pay and a safe workplace that requires prospective federal contractors to disclose labor law violations and gives guidance on how to consider these violations when awarding federal contracts. Later, he invited this year's 5 Kavli Prize laureates into the Oval Office to honor them for their achievements in astrophysics, nanoscience, and neuroscience. Then it was on to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, where he congratulated HUD's outgoing Secretary Sean Donovan on his new post at the White House's Office of Management and Budget, and honored HUD's new secretary, Julian Castro. That evening, the President and First Lady commemorated the Special Olympics with a celebration in Easter. So stay engaged with us online, and remember, you can find out more information about any of these topics or see complete videos of these events at whitehouse.gov. So thanks again for checking out this edition of your West Wing Week.
Presidents need some encouragement once in a while.
Help me down, but I got up. Already brushing off the dust. Hear my voice, hear that sound. I got emotions in the ground. Help me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger.
Someone once asked me if I pray because it makes sense, and I said, no, I don't pray because it makes sense. I pray because my life doesn't make sense without prayer. I pray to raise myself up and to keep going when I can't even seem to get going. In the middle of life's struggles, there inevitably comes a time in each of our lives when we collapse on the trail or in an office or even stuck in traffic. And prayer, I have found, is a path where there is none. Tears falling long enough can scar rocks, but tears falling on our cheeks can also cause us to bloom. And the wind in your face just might be God blowing you kisses. Your life is a gift. Prayer is a thank you note. So put your faith and not your fears in charge, and may you never forget that God is never so with you as when you feel alone. Peace and blessings. Hello, my friend. It may seem a little strange to have a bear talking to you, but as you well know, these are strange times and tough times, and someone who cares about you wanted me to remind you to hang on, hang in, and have hope. Tough times don't require you to be tough on yourself, and things don't have to be good for you to be great. Have hope. Sometimes having less in life can be worth more. Be proud of who you are. Have hope. Greatness isn't ahead of you, but within you. Don't confuse what you have with who you are, and don't let the past kidnap your future. Have hope. At the end of the day, hope for the best. Make peace with the rest. Leave your fears behind and put your faith in charge. Peace. Someone who cares very much about you is amazed that you may not know how amazing you are. Of all the things you can make in life, remember you make a difference because you matter. You are the hero in your story. And if you want to know what life's for, it's for you because you matter. The road ahead is always under construction. Follow your dreams. They know the way, and you will find your way because you matter. Be okay with who you are, because sometimes just doing okay is okay because you matter. Now give yourself a hug and another one and relax. And by the way, when you go to bed at night, also put your doubts to rest. That you matter is God's blessing. Peace and blessings. Noah.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm and the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. Time check. The time is approximately 9:30 p.m. We're going to go for a short break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up.
The Strollers proudly presents our 82nd season, beginning with Comedy Tonight, a sketch comedy celebration. Our November production is the Tony Award and Pulitzer Prize-winning drama, Clybourne Park. In January, we present our children's theater production, How the World Got Wisdom, a collection of African folktales, songs, and dances. Our March comedy will be Fuddy Mears. Rounding out our season is the Tony Award-winning musical, Hairspray, in May. For further information, contact us at www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
Having problems with your house? Is your mortgage upside down? Can't get a loan modification or short sale? Tenant troubles, job loss, or transfer? Does your house need repairs, or maybe you're facing foreclosure? Time is not on your side. Call now and speak to one of our friendly associates. No matter the reason you have to sell, we have solutions. Operators are standing by to take your call. 800-709-1732 or visit www.7sellahome.com.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Traveler, experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to showmore.org to participate in the discussion.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. I want to wish everyone a happy, wonderful, fantastic weekend. Do all that you can. Be all that you can be. Walk a little, jog a little, and do some exercise, ladies and gentlemen. Time check. The time is approximately 9:34 p.m. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. And I always give you this before I go. See you. Same so more time, same so more channel. Later.
Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. So we're giving thanks to the Most High for all of His blessings, His guidance. Oh Lord, how great Thou art Thee. Thank You for blessing me. Transpose all my energy, yeah, and molded talents in me. Now those on my head, I appreciate your gratitude, endurance, and faith. They standing in line, want to intertwine, devour my body, soul, and mind. But my will is strong, they can't throw me down. With Your guidance, I will carry on. Oh Lord, every day I'm going to sing this song. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank You, Lord, for what You've done for me. Yeah. Thank You, Lord, for every little thing. Yeah. Thank You, Lord, for what You've done for me. And I thank You for blessing me every day. And through the river walls, I will walk with You beside me, beyond harm, 'cause You can find me, yeah. And when the kingdom falls, You'll console me from my distress. In Your warmth of grace I will rest, yeah. No authority can remove me from Your bubble. They will perish in their rubble, yeah. And if that false fear falls, oh Lord, I will be lifted up to You. The Lord, I sing it. Thank You, Lord, for what You've done for me. Thank You, Lord, for every little thing. Hey. Thank You, Lord, for what You've done for me. And I thank You for blessing me every day. And so I sing again. Thank You, Lord, for what You've done for me. Thank You, Lord, for every little thing. Hey. Thank You, Lord, for what You've done for me. And I thank You for blessing me every day. Thank You for giving them love. Thank You for giving me all. Thank You for keeping my faith. Thank You for